cast. So, hey, Brian, hey, Doug. So, yeah, it was a great time. Great time down there. Had a lot of fun. Uh, just it was everything. It was everything I had hoped for personally for it being my first actual conference within the hobby. So, I look forward to trying to be able to execute and try to be better. Thank you, Doug. So yeah, so that's kind of where kind of the lay of the land. Man, they came out with the WWE notes, man. Like it just in the deluge of everything that we got yesterday morning. From a wrestling standpoint, they are going all in. They are going all in uh, with everything that they're bringing, whether it's across the product lines, whether it's royalty, universe. We're gonna get a Cactus Jack hobby release at some point this year. They did say they're going to do a full hobby release of it. We're going to get Finest WWE. They're bringing back Finest. So if it's the same format as 24, it may be my favorite product. No, we didn't get to check out Mercedes Benz, Brian. I'm kind of torn on it on the Red Rookie program. I'm not gonna lie. I see the point behind it, like it's fostering long term collecting. But I'll be honest with you. At the same point, it's like you got to be real strategic, especially if you're going to hold something for potentially 20 years. To get if the player hits max value across that. Exactly. Like, so I think that may be something geared towards the younger collectors, which I don't think they'll do it. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong with it, but who knows? So I'm going to be interested to see that how easy they are to pull, because with 19 different players in Bowman that could qualify for it, I want to know how easy it'll be to pull those, or are they making it a chase to then have to chase and they hold? No, they're not numbered. The only difference on them, on Jay, is the rookie logo will be all red. It'll be red and white. Red and white on the rookie logo. That's it. That is the only difference. So there's 19 players in total. I don't know. I have to figure out. I forget. I think we said that in Discord, but I'll have to look for a list to see to see what I lost my train of thought. No, it's not even an image variation, Jay. It's literally a red rookie. The rookie symbol is the only thing that's different. Is the rookie symbol will be all red. It's not numbered. It's not anything. It's a red rookie with the red rookie symbol. That's it. That's the only thing that's different is the rookie symbol. So that's it. Abby, what's going on? So it'll be interesting to see what the odds are on pulling the red rookies out of Bowman next week. They will be across all SKUs, so hobby and retail. They will be. They said they will be in everything, so it's not a hobby specific thing, which I think is good, especially for if you're gonna cater to collectors that may only get retail for whatever reason that may be. So it's gonna be in everything. They were showing off a lot of the high end hits. A lot of the high end hits. The dual logo mans. Let me go back. I'm just going to scroll back in Discord here to yesterday morning to kind of just jog my memory a little bit. Jog my memory a little bit here. What's going on, RPA Sports Cards? Here we go. Pull this up here for me so we can actually talk about it. Shoot bucks. All right. Keep going. Let's go back. All right, here we go. Yeah, the dual logo man in chrome this year. Judge Otani, Scooble Sale, Gill and Skeens. I think that's, looks like those will be in 5-star as well. Let's see here. F1. So finest, we're going to have the big head or the headliners or the big head cards this year. Otani, Judge, Lindor, Trout, Harper, Soto, Cruz, Witt. And then the crystallized SSP in Bowman, which they've already talked about, and there's already images out there for them. Tier 1 bat knob autos. And basically, if you look at it, the bat knobs are basically players that took their card from last year and put it on their, like, the design of it and put it on their bat knob. So Merowit, Caminero, a cheater, and Christian Yelich. Football, we're looking at Resurgence, Chrome Black, Chrome, Signature Class, Finest, and Cosmic is basically the lineup for 25-26. With the license coming in 26. So that'll be football, kind of what we're expecting now. Obviously, we'll get our first look at Resurgence next week. Or not next, Resurgence next week. And then Signature, I think, next month, if I'm not mistaken. I wrote it down. Let's see, when is it? Yeah, Resurgence next week. And then it's next month for Signature. So that'll be fun. And especially when we get it fully licensed. But wrestling really, that was just, they mentioned the license with WWE and so many other aspects. The fact, like, they are doing so much with it. It's just ridiculous. Basketball, Cosmic Tops 3, Motif, Inception, Resurgence, Finest, Diamond Icons Basketball, and Eternity Basketball. Almost the same setup. And they said they're going to do Stadium Club as well. That'll be fun. Stadium Club Basketball. WWE, Chrome, Royalty, Finest, Exalted, and Universe. Exalted's going to be mid to high end with ring-worn John Cena gear from his dates this year. They are just doing so much. They're doing so much. Royalty's going to be where the WrestleMania patches are for this year. The debut patches are going to be in Chrome, and they have gone gear buying to the nth degree. They got Cody's gear from WrestleMania 40. They're getting gear, Stardust, Orton. They got the Rock's boots. They are going on a full run spree of buying gear for wrestling relics. It's going to be stuff like we've never seen before. It's going to be fantastic, to be honest with you. I think there's a lot of meat on the bone now for them to work with. So I'm gonna be here for it. Just a lot of stuff to cover. That they covered. It's going to be an exciting year. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, or if anything you think would be that they went over that I can go remember in my head from the conference, ask away in chat. So here's the plan for tonight, guys. Light night tonight, to be honest. My Topps Chrome Black shipped today, even though it's release day, because with Ben and I both in Atlanta. So I will not have my Chrome Black until Friday. And unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast with us being gone all week. Gone through yesterday, was that we're just not able to ship it out. So Chrome Black and Chrome Black Heritage is all on Friday. And if those get closer to full, I have more I can post, and we can just start diving into that stuff on Friday. Tonight, I've got a Bowman's Best 23 and Finest 21 mixer on stage. I have a 23 Chrome and 23 Chrome Update 2-box mixer in the shop. Pop Century, I've got our half case hit draft that we can close out. We got 14 left on that. we can close that out and rip tonight. And then for wrestling, I've got a 1-box Chrome WWE Breakers Delight serial number at 43. At 43 a spot. A little heavy on breakers right now. So thought, maybe do just something with 10 spots, something a little lower. We're going to need to basically kind of clear up the rest of Chrome over the next month, give or take. The rolling rumor is Universe will be out in June. And so I had some very good conversations with Ben's rep at the conference, and especially regarding wrestling. Once we were talking about me actually being in the business, so I'm excited for what's coming. So that's kind of the lay of the land tonight as to where we're going to go tonight, and then let me do this as well. Let me put them in the shop because I did not put them in. Let me put in all the Bowman breaks here for anybody that wants to peruse Bowman for next week. And this is just the first round. Once again, as these get closer, I'll post more as well. So please take whatever you want. So what just got put in the shop is 2 jumbo PYTs, 2 hobby, 2 breaker PYTs, and then a 1 hobby, 1 breakers random team. Are all the options, but I put in 8 more breaks there. So a lot to cover over the next week or so. When it comes to kind of what's looking forward in terms of the releases. So that kind of gives a lay of the land as to where we're heading tonight. So if anybody has questions from, the conference or anything, I'll be happy to answer questions. I think it was a very positive situation coming out of there. Once again, a lot to learn, a lot to apply. Hey, John. So, but we got some work just in terms of the mixers for tonight. So both of them are at 29. So I posted them before I left. I tweeted them out a little bit, but I was hoping also, I thought maybe I'd get lucky and have Chrome Black for tonight, but wasn't meant to be. So my Chrome Black's not even going to be here till Friday. So it'll be something I'll be picking up right before stream time Friday night. So that is a kind of the lay of the land. How was everybody's week? Did you guys have a good rest of the weekend? We haven't been together since Friday. So, did everybody have a good weekend? Did you guys enjoy, everything that's going on? Are we all excited for this time? Like now, May on is kind of now where the wheels really start rolling, to be honest with you. As we get into Bowman season and then everything else beyond that. So nice. Revenge of the Sith. All right. Yeah, they put up the names that they put up in entertainment yesterday. It was an absolutely loaded list of names that's going to be covering in entertainment autos. So they are very much leaning into trying to help educate hobby shops, breakers about the entertainment and wrestling, because they want them ripping them. Because there's probably a lot of people that are not touching them. They didn't put in specific products, Ben, but let me go back and let me get the names, the list of names. Hold on. Some of the names they threw out there. So, nope, that's the product lineup. Let's see. It's WWE. Let's see here. So, this is not specific to one product, but Tom Hanks is going to be signing under Woody and Geppetto. Will Smith, Ryan Reynolds signing as Deadpool, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Billy Crystal as Mike Wazowski, John Goodman as Sully, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Kiki Palmer, Halle Berry, Orlando Bloom, Jason Momoa, Christopher Walken, Jude Law were some of the names that they were putting up covering the non-sports stuff. So it's going to be a combination of Disney, Marvel, Disney Marvel. Like they're definitely going to be try to up the game there. For some of the signers that they're going to have. Yeah, very impressive list. Very impressive list. Yep. Yeah, so they're leaning in. They are all full steam ahead right now, to be truthfully honest with you. I'm very, very happy, very excited for it. I think it'll be good what's coming. So I'm assuming most likely we'll get wrestling. So June, July. It's going to go probably February to February. So if there were 5 other releases on there, one maybe every other month or every 2 months, give or take. The only one they didn't have a logo up there on was the Cactus Jack hobby release, which they did say they would have. And the Cactus Jack release for wrestling is going to be basically a similar setup to Cosmic Chrome in baseball and in the other sports. So no guaranteed autos. So in a case of 12, you're looking at 5 to 6, so like one every other box, give or take, when it comes to Cactus Jack WWE. So that'll be a fun rip. So my hope is that we will have every one of those products as we go through the rest of the year. So, and I'm trying to lean more into the football and basketball stuff too, especially once we get to this year. I think it's October. They gain the NBA license. So we're going to start doing more of that when we get into the fall, on top of what we're already doing. So just a lot of good things going on. I'm really, I'm not, please don't take this, I'm not shilling it. I definitely think had more information is better, obviously. The more we know. So the more that they allow us to, that allows us to be able to put the information out and help educate, I think is going to allow for better responses. So that's kind of the lay of the land. So we got 29 on Bowman's Best and Finest. We've got 14 for Pop Century, 9 for WWE, and 29 on Chrome and Chrome Update. If there's a want for football, I could put up a football. I've got some of those 23 Breakers Delight of composite. I could put up like a composite and a box of collective football, and do a kind of random team format on that. If people want football, I can do that. But I put up a few on the outside chance I wasn't going to get Chrome Black, and that's kind of the way it turned out. Was just Chrome Black wasn't coming today, unfortunately. I was hoping it would have been nice to do a release night break on it. So Wayne's in for 2 on Chrome on WWE. I think we're due. We're due. We got at least one more Rock Auto in all this. Have to. So, and that was something that when I was talking with Ben's rep, because he asked how Topps Chrome was for me, and I said I pulled 3 Rock Autos in the first 2 weeks. He's like, "Did we repost any of them?" I said, "No." I was like, "He's like, why?" I said, "I don't know. I tagged you guys." Like, so it was rather impressed with what we pulled once I told him. But I think we're due for at least one more, in my opinion. And buybacks go to I think it's the end of July, if I'm not mistaken. It's sometime in July. Buybacks go to sometime in July, which I think was probably right around late June, early July, or July 4th. All right, so we got basically 2 months left for buyback. So everything I have is buyback eligible right now. Everything I have is buyback eligible. So the more we can rip, the more you can go for buyback. For the champion, for what they call the Topps Championship buyback. But yeah. So does anyone have any questions on anything they saw on whether, online or anything from from the conference. I'll be more than happy to clarify anything as much as I can remember. Frank Thomas was jacked. Holy Lord, he was huge. Like, even at his age, man. Yeah. Well, someone said, Ben said it. I think Ben said it earlier today, and somebody said right after Ben had his picture with him, he's like, and she'll like it too, and he just started laughing. It's got to be the Nugenics. He was a nice guy. I'd never met him actually, so that was a first for me to meet Frank Thomas. So nice, very nice guy. So and then finally got to meet Gary Vee. That was awesome. I know he's a wrestling fan. I've read a couple of his books as I've tried to help myself get better with the business. I've read a couple of his books. Ben's good. Ben's the only one that's going to have V friends, so he's going to be our V friends. So, but I'm interested to see how V Friends does when it comes out next week. We got a lot of new stuff next week. Between Bowman, V Friends, we got Resurgence Football. Looking ahead for the rest of the month for us, I'll have Club Comp Soccer, Chrome, UEFA. That's coming out the 15th. And then on the 21st, I'll probably end up getting maybe a couple boxes of Contenders Football. Maybe we'll do something with Contenders since it's 5 autos. Do some Contenders Football. So I've got all my notes off to the side of just kind of what's going on for the month and where we are taking this ship that we are on. So, but it's because of you guys that, you guys in the village behind the scenes, whether it's Mrs. Zebra or Ben, Bertman, the mods, it takes a village. And it's because of what we're doing is the only reason why I was able to go to the conference. And it was worth it. Full stop. It was absolutely worth it. I was very, very, very happy with it. So I didn't think we would have cleared out the bar on Monday night. That was wild. I don't know if we could clear out the bar. Yeah. So good times all around. So I think the next trip is June, Fanatics Fest. Ben and I going to Fanatics Fest. And then the Yankees-Orioles game. And then the National in August. Man, it'll be the National before we know it. In fact, we're already 4 months through. We're already a third of the way through the year. So, yeah, that's kind of overview. So we can fill stuff. Anything that doesn't involve Chrome Black or Bowman, we can rip. I've got some options for some other Bowman, some non-25 Bowman stuff if you guys want something cheap tonight. And and then we're all roads to Friday. So after tonight, Friday night, Chrome Black and Heritage. And then we'll clean that over into next week. And then we start the annual Bowman journey. Week from Friday. So a week from Wednesday for a lot of people. But a week from Friday for me. Let's see what the weather's looking like. It's quiet outside. It's almost too quiet outside, not gonna lie. Almost too quiet. What's up, Kevin? Another one? That's still the same cell. All right. Looking good. Okay. So what's on everybody's mind tonight? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. I pretty much talked for about a half hour. Texas and Oakland. Yeah, the Reds were playing their second game, and it didn't look, wasn't looking good, to be honest with you. What's up, Mr. Beverly? How are you? Good. Welcome in. It's been a bit. Texas, Sacramento. Yeah, it's what. Yeah, no, really stop saying Oakland at this point, being truthfully honest. Let's see here. So, yeah, 29 in Bowman's Best, 29 in Chrome, 7 in Chrome WWE Breakers, and then 14 in Pop Century. If anybody wants to do a personal Pop Century, I got 4. Yeah, I got 4 more. And we'll have cleared through 2 cases. Pop Century was really good this year, too. We pulled a lot of good stuff. All right, Casada. Leading us off. 1 through 4. All right. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, very solid. Across the board. I think this is a more complete product this year than last year. And last year's was very good, but I think they upped the checklist. I think the checklist is stronger this year than it was last year, in my opinion. You got a mag on the back for a magged auto. That's good. That is good. Because, like, we had, like, the Napoleon Dynamite triple was magged. The Alec Baldwin was magged. All right, here we go. So first up, Angelica Houston, Blue Crystal, 101 proof, liar, liar. Henry Winkler, red, 101 pre-production proof. All right, Mr. Fonzarelli. All right, first up, Jamie Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy, pink auto to 15, 2 of 15. Hey! Second up, Richard Klein, Larry, scripted inscription auto to 6, 6 of 6. Oh, what is this? Mystery Pearl Auto Redemption. Another one. Not yet. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna ask. See what I can find out. Yeah, it could be real big. And then our inscription, our magged one, is gonna be Alec Baldwin, pink scopes. Auto to 30. 13 of 30. That was a real good box, Casada. Jamie Kennedy to 15. Richard Klein, Larry Inscription Auto to 6. Mystery Pearl Auto, Redemption. Alec Baldwin, Pink Scopes to 30. Yeah, we need that hit draft. We need that hit draft. We need that hit draft. What? 14 left. So just under half. Because it's 6 and 5, it's 30 spots in total. Price points almost 20. Well, Casada got 4. Make it 10. Redemption selling north of $300. Wow. So that pretty much almost pays for the box. Yeah, we'll put Pop Century up there. There you go. There's the Pop Century hit draft. Hold on a sec. Like I rolled out before bowling. Just sore. All right. Down to 8. What's up, Legendary? What's up, bud? How are you? What's up, John? All right. Hoo-ha. Yeah, Pop Century is solid this year. Very solid this year. Very, very solid. So how does everybody feel about the hobby after hearing all the conference stuff? Is there a lot to be positive about, I think? I think so. I think there's a lot to be positive about. They made a lot of what's up, Mr. Bag? They made a lot of announcements around Transcendent, and I was just like, man, why do you gotta tease me? Why do you gotta tease me on Transcendent? Hey, yo. John, they went into a bunch of that. We'll have to have a talk at some point. Yeah, they went into a lot of that, truth be told. What's up, Holbert? So 8 left for Pop Century. And then there is 25273 and 25272. Bowman's Best and 21 Finest. 23 Chrome and 23 Chrome Update. And then a Chrome WWE Breaker's Delight serial number tonight. Chrome Black Friday, Bowman next week. Some of the I told I think I wrote it down. Hold on. I wrote it down. Give me a minute. Casada, a lot of this is going to be up your alley. So they're going to do Willie Mays Memorial Patch game used relics from the Willie Mays Memorial game. They're doing Gemstone Anniversary Duels. Yeah, the 24 one. Yeah, they're doing Gemstone Anniversary stuff. There's going to be a duel at Ichiro and Sisler, Hank Aaron and Babe Ruth, Garrick Mays. They're going to do World Series game used jersey auto relics in Transcendent booklets. Dynasty, there's going to be dual logo mans in Dynasty. Tatis and Acuna, Trout and Albert Pujols, Jeter and Volpe, Ortiz and Devers were the ones they showed off. Like, they're not pulling any punches on Transcendent, I'll say that much. Zero punches pulled on that one. No clue. No earthly idea. Your left kidney and your third born. Yeah, I mean, Ben probably will get offered it, I would think. They didn't put Transcendent up for wrestling, but I'd definitely figure something out with Transcendent. If we did get a wrestling Transcendent. So maybe we'll get, I think we would get Dynasty. Dynasty's one I'd have to do some mixers with. I think that would be, that would definitely be one we have to do some mixers on to make it work. Black market kidneys go for 160K. That's a lot of break spots. That is a lot of break spots. Google. That's ridiculous. All right, we got 8 left in Pop Century. I'm definitely on a watch list now. I think they got bigger things to worry about. I think they definitely have better things to worry about. You will get home, Sans Kidney. What's up, Ivan? Yeah, you'll get up. You'll get home, Sans Kidney. You get a decent slab out of the deal. Yeah. Do you give him the note? What's up, McCartan? Give him the note of you give him like a note and put it in a slab. Sold kidney equals Wit rookie slab. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's still not good, but here we are. What's up, McCartan? I mean, it could have been worse. He could have said Wander rookie slab. Yeah. Yeah. That could have been rough. Well, I mean, it could give you like a Jose Canseco, like slabbed auto. Hey, Dan. All right, so Dan's in. Good, man. How are you? I mean, if we want to continue to go, we could go downhill to Len Dykstra. Conference was very, very good. Conference was very, very good. A lot of good positives coming out. A lot of good things to come. It is very motivating to see what's going on. I might be responsible for that. Well, I'll have more, so I can assure you of that much. I can assure you of that. What's up, Jay Blaze? I'm eventually going to have to maybe go after a couple of red spots just to see what happens. Just to see what happens for giggles. Let me find my list. Hold on, McCartan. Let me see if I can find Dodgers, Brewers, Tigers, Cardinals, Rockies, Red Sox. That's some teams that we haven't seen in a while be in chase positions. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it. It may take me a few minutes to find it. Let's see here. Let's see. What was the name of that Reds person that you were telling me about? That's got an auto. Furtman. Furtman was telling me one of the names of one of the Reds players that's got an auto, and I was just like, what? Ichiro Kano Hernandez. Holy good Lord. That is an actual name of an actual auto that is signed in Bowman. You can tell they liked. You could tell they like their baseball. Oh. Had it saved here, and I thought I'd find it. Yeah. I'll have to get it. I can't get it. I can't readily get it. Buy him on the cheap. Don't tell Tom. Tommy doesn't know. Oh, Tommy doesn't know. Oh. Don't tell Tommy. Tommy doesn't know. Tommy doesn't know. Oh. All right, we're down to 7. If we get one more spot sold, we could make it a 4-box hit draft and just do 4 boxes if it's going to take time. So we can do some ripping. If that's acceptable to everybody. Just one more. Because there's 6 hits per box. Okay. All right. So if that's acceptable to everybody that's in it, give me a yay or no. Joe. All right. Joe the closer. All right. Give me a sec here. Let me. And then I will have this up tonight after the break. I'll get the pictures lined up, get them done, and get it all put up in short order. We can start drafting it. All right. What's up, Ann? How are you? Go here. Go here. Go there. All right. Pop Century. Very good. Very good. We talked about it for almost a half hour up at the top. A lot of good stuff coming out of the industry conference. A lot of good stuff to look forward to in multiple products over multiple licenses. WWE, they went all in on, and I geeked out to the nth degree. for some of the great stuff that's going to be coming from WWE. I don't know. They did that's the thing. They didn't give release dates for anything, so we don't have release dates. They just put up there um, just what the products, like what the products we're gonna see are. Whenever the kids are ready. Yeah. All right. Okay. Copy this over. Nice. A graded Mr. Krabs. Can't argue against that. All right. Let's do the draft order here. Draft order. Here we go. Draft order for Pop Century. Four times up. 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. 4. So Joe has the opening. Casada, Andrew Moore, Joe, Ben Furtman, Dan Casada, Joe Andrew Rapoli, Brian Richmeyer, Casada, Sandberg, Casada, Tom, Casada, Amp Beats, Holbert, Furtman, Joe, Furtman, Joe, Casada, Joe, Tom, Sandberg, Casada. That's how that's going to shake down. All right. Let me get this. All right. What's up, E-Mart? Let me bring you back over. All right. E-Mart, we're starting with Pop Century. And then on stage is a 23 Bowman's Best and 21 Finest. And then I got 23 Chrome and 23 Chrome Update, and then a WWE Chrome Breakers Delight serial number tonight. No Chrome Black. I won't have it until Friday. E-Mart, what's the turnaround time right now? 6 to 8 months? If I'm not mistaken, is that what we're looking at? Yeah, 3 to 4 months. That's just ridiculous. All right. Here we go. 40 days to unbox it. That's just ridiculous. I just want to know why it's taken so long. Interesting. So they're putting a lot of it up front in terms of the delay for it to then move like grease lightning afterwards, basically. All right, box 1. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Danny Elfman. Christmas movie stars. Purple Acetate 101. And then an Ari Lehman. Scripted 101 pre-production proof. Auto number 1. Vinyl signs. Frank Ferrer. Red Scopes Auto. Yes, they do, Amp Beats. To 2 of 2. Yeah, because they're all 101s. They're all 101s across the board. Katie Seagal. Silver Shimmer Auto to 15. 12 of 15. Kathy Coleman. Purple Auto to 6. 4 of 6. Nah, it's not that bad, Amp Beat. They're not releasing the proofs anywhere else. They put them in the product this year. It makes it a little more affordable, too. Kate Beckinsale. Refractor Auto to 10. 9 of 10. All right. First box is okay. Need better here. Box 2. Yep. Solid. Solid. Not the best we've seen. It's no Chevy and Christy. Yep. I agree. It's no Chevy Chase and Christy Brinkley. It's no Napoleon Dynamite Trio 3 triple auto. Nice. Scripted. Chuck Norris, Purple Crystal. 101 proof. Well, it says scripted. He doesn't sign the card. The card signs for Chuck. Linda Blair. Scripted. Silver 101 proof. Those are better. The card doesn't go into the top loader. The top loader quivers in fear. Haley Atwell. Be Still My Heart. Silver Shimmer Auto to 5. 3 of 5. All right. That's a good start. Tony Todd. Purple Auto to 6. 6 of 6. I know him from, you don't own the card, it owns you. John gets it. I remember him from The Rock. He was like the fourth in command. of the General's Army, the guys that took over Alcatraz. It's only thing I remember him from. Welcome to the Rock. Jenny McCarthy, Be Still My Heart. Purple auto to 4, 1 of 4. It's the Candyman. You don't like no soft. And then lastly, Saturday night host, William Shatner. December 20th, 1986, Bill Shatner. Saturday night host auto to 10, 410. Bill Shatner. I like those Saturday night hosts. Those Saturday night host autos. Those are really nice. Some of the insert autos they did this year are very clever, creative. And I'm here for it. Leaf put a lot of thought into these insert autos this year, and I'm glad they did. I'm glad they did. Because they're not like, we've only pulled a couple of each. They're not very prevalent through the auto set either. All right, box 3. Vinyl signs, Dale Bozzio, 101 pre-production proof. Dolph Lundgren, scripted, 101 proof. If the card dies, it dies. What's up, Kevin Benson? All right, here we go. Auto 1, box 3. Derek Means, Predator, scripted inscription auto to 3, 2 of 3. Okay, good start. Predator. Next up, Skeet Ulrich, blue refractor auto to 2, 1 of 2. Kelsey Grammer, platinum, 1 of 1 auto. There we go. Frazier, 1 of 1 auto, followed by Scream Team, Megan Fox, pink auto to 5, 3 of 5. Good box. Real good box. Box 4. And 19. Okay, box 4. Cheech Marin, purple, 1 of 1. Be Still My Heart, Marissa Tomei, Scopes, 1 of 1 proof. All right. Auto 1. Amanda Biercy from Married with Children. Auto to 25, 23 of 25. No, it wasn't Peg. It was the next door neighbor, Marcy. Yeah, Marcy Darcy. There we go. Marcy Darcy auto. Nice. Be Still My Heart. Famke Janssen. Purple Shimmer auto to 6. 5 of 6. Nip Tuck. Ernest Thomas. Raj. Scripted Inscription auto to 8. 1 of 8. What's up, Blade Runner? And then lastly, Helen Hunt. Pink auto to 10. 6 of 10. All right. 5. And this one's got some weight to it. Yeah, Leaf definitely upped the auto game this year. And they kind of told us that when we were there in August in Dallas. John, when we did our case rip from Leaf HQ, they told us that the game was going to be stepped up this year. Hey, Brody. What's going on, bud? How you feeling? All right. Conference was great. I'm assuming you saw my post on Instagram. Yeah, it was fun time. Fun time. Learned a lot of positivity coming out of it. Truth be told. Brie Larson, 101 pre-production proof. Dick Van Dyke, black acetate, 101 proof. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. How you feeling, Brody? All right. Here we go. Auto time. First up, Heather Thomas. Refractor auto to 20. 5 of 20. Hank Azaria. Orange Crystal auto to 3. 3 of 3. Sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. I'm sorry. What's up, K. Snyder? Dolph Lundgren. Scripted. Gunner Inscription auto to 5. 2 of 5. And then lastly, well, we got an Inscription auto here. Vote for Pedro. Efren Ramirez. Vote for Pedro. Napoleon Dynamite. Inscriptions auto to 150. 40 of 150. Vote for Pedro. To round out the last box. All right, let's recap. Here are the proofs. Danny Elfman, Nightmare Before Christmas. Ari Lehman, Chuck Norris, Linda Blair, Dolph Lundgren, Dale Bozzio Vinyl Signs, Cheech Marin, Marissa Tomei, Be Still My Heart, Brie Larson, and Dick Van Dyke for the proofs. Frank Ferrer Vinyl Signs auto to 2. Katie Seagal auto to 15. Kathy Coleman purple auto to 6. Kate Beckinsale refractor auto to 10. Haley Atwell Be Still My Heart shimmer auto to 5. Tony Todd purple auto to 6. Jenny McCarthy Be Still My Heart auto to 4. Shatner Saturday Night Host auto to 10. Derek Means Predator Inscription auto to 3. Skeet Ulrich auto to 2. Amanda Bersey Marcy Darcy auto to 25. Famke Janssen Be Still My Heart auto to 6. Ernest Thomas, Raj Inscription Auto to 8. Heather Thomas Auto to 20. Hank Azaria Auto to 3. Dolph Lundgren Grunner Inscription Auto to 5. Helen Hunt Auto to 10. Megan Fox Scream Team Auto to 5. Kelsey Grammer 1/1 Auto. And Efren Ramirez Vote for Pedro Inscription Auto to 150. Not bad. Not bad. Take that. Take that all day long. All day long and twice on Sunday. So if anybody's thinking about wanting to get in on the Pop Century game, I've got 3 boxes left. And that is it. We'll have gone through 2 cases. And honestly, I think this really ups the game from last year. If I'm being totally transparent, I think they did it a lot better this year than last year. I think the checklist is leveled up. They were signing Brody. The talent was signing WWE Universe at WrestleMania. So I think it's going to be June. Here, I'll put the WWE on stage if you guys want to do that one. There's 7 left in that one. It's just one Breaker's Delight box, 10 spots. Serial number on the back of the card. We've done our serial number with WWE before. If anyone wants to do that. So most likely it'll be Universe. The only one, Brody, that they didn't put on the image is they're going to do a full Cactus Jack release. Hobby release. It won't be with the WrestleMania logo on it, but they're going to do it. It's going to be in the same kind of setup as Chrome Cosmic. Yeah, so it's going to be Royalty, Universe, hold on. I'll tell you. Royalty, Universe. Royalty, Universe, Chrome, Exalted, and Finest. So those 5, along with the Cactus Jack set. So basically 6 releases this year. So we can rip baseball. We can rip WWE tonight. We can do a little more. If I have to watch one more Culver's. I love Culver's. I love me some Culver's. All right, McCartan. 1, 2, or 3? Here we go. All right. That's just them being respectful. I would, given what they're putting in the products, Brody, I wouldn't bank on it. Given how much they're spending, most likely to get relics and stuff like that. Like, did you see the list of like some of the stuff they're acquiring for relics? It's a pretty insane list. Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's not and I can say this from my experience, and I think you'd know this, that what it comes down to is gear and stuff like that is just flat expensive. Like, that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. When these town are spending thousands of dollars on gear, like, they're going to want to be made whole for it if they have to part with it. No mag. No mag. All loaders. So, but you know me, Brody, we'll make it cheap. You know how I do it. Well, that's a good one. Shatner, Stewart, Chris Pine, Star Trek, Triple Feature 101. Tom Berenger, Green Acetate 101 proof. That's nice. All right, first up, Mr. Fonzarelli, Henry Winkler, Pink Crystal Auto to 8, 2 of 8. Kira Kasarin, Blue Crystal Auto to 7, 4 of 7. Where have we seen her in before? Where have we seen her before? The Thundermans? Okay. Sean Stockman, Red Auto to 2, 1 of 2. And then lastly, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Refractor Auto to 500, 4 500. Buffy. So Fonz, Kira Kasarin, Sean Stockman, and Gellar with Berenger proof. And then the 3 captains. 101 proof. Not bad. What's up, Rob? So that leaves me with 2 boxes of pop left. If anybody wants to grab a personal. Yeah, 2 more. And then we got baseball and 7 in wrestling tonight. And that's really about it. Everything else is Friday and next week. All the Chrome Black for next week. Where do we stand on those? So 14, 13, and 11 in PYT's 1, 2, and 3 half case. 21 across the board in all 3 Heritage Chrome Black PYTs. It's kind of the lay of the land for Friday night. And then whatever we don't rip tonight goes to Friday. Benson's in on breakers. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way, just a cheap way to do breakers, guys. We've got some breakers. 271. No, Fraley, that's not ripping until Friday. I don't have my Chrome Black yet today. Yet. It just shipped out. Ben just shipped it out today because we were with us being in Atlanta. There was no way I was getting it in time. So yeah. So the earliest I'll have it will be Friday. It'll be Friday afternoon before it lands here. Lands here at the studio. So all my Chrome Black has to go to Friday next week. Or Friday this week. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out a cheap way to do Breakers Delight, guys, just because of the nature of it. So there's not a lot of Breakers Delight left on the market. So we've got a little bit, but it is insanely hard to find. You know what? And I'll do this. I'm getting a little crazy here. I'll post a couple boxes as personals if anybody wants to take a stab at it. Let me price it out real quick. I'll post a couple of them up here. One moment here. What do we want to do next, guys? Ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Rapoli? Sleep. Yeah, I had that. Yeah, I had some sleep. Me getting up that early in the morning in Atlanta was. Whew. Yeah, it was a little rough. Not gonna lie. Not used to being up at 5:30 in the morning, my time. That was a little new for me. I know Ben's used to getting up that early. Yeah, 5 a.m., man, is just too early. All right, I put up, if anybody wants to do a Breakers Delight WWE personal, I put a couple up there. If anybody wants to do it. Other than that, we can fill baseball. We can fill wrestling. We can rip whatever's next left. Get out a tweet here while I'm at it. Let's see here. If I can type. All right. There we go. Put that post out. Mr. Bag is in. So we're halfway. All right. Well, let's have at it. See what is going on in the world tonight. Anybody that's had wrestling redemptions, have you got them back from Tops yet? I saw one in Discord about Roman, a Roman one, which is good, which is very good. 1 and 2. Which one did you get back, Brody? Nice. All right. Hogan Ray, Cena signed his. We saw that. Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it. It looked amazing. Truth be told. I'm waiting on 2. And I think they both got signed at WrestleMania. I'm waiting on CM Punk, Sapphire, Auto, and then I'm waiting on a Jacob Fatu Gold to 50, which I got to give the appropriate props on that one. The Jacob Fatu was racked to me by Michael Kramer. So, Michael, thank you. He racked that to me and sent me the code. So I've got both of those waiting to come back. The Punk, there's only been one Punk Sapphire that's sold on eBay. So there's not many of them out there, period. So both of those will be awesome when we get them in. All right, Wayne's got us to 4. I know we keep doing Chrome, guys. I just wanted to keep wrestling breaks going. I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to stop with wrestling. I wanted to make sure we had enough to continue to do it because we're doing it when nobody else is, which is great. Booth 21, what's up? Welcome in. How are you? So that way we're going to do it. So hopefully my my goal is hopefully we'll have enough to get us to Universe once Universe comes out. So talk to me, guys. What's on your mind? It's been a busy week. We've kind of already gone into everything I was going to talk about. Um, Honestly, Emart, I think the big surprises for me was seeing. I mean, obviously they announced some absolute just mind benders of stuff. Like I said earlier, when to Casada, they announced some stuff that's going to be in Transcendent and in Transcendent and I'll read them again for you. Transcendent and Dynasty. Like Dynasty, they're going to have dual logo mans of Tatis and Acuna, Trout and Pujols, Jeter and Volpe, Ortiz and Devers. Transcendent, they're doing some Gemstone anniversary stuff, and then game used Jersey Auto relic booklets from last year's World Series. Like they're putting some really cool stuff in it. I think the gold logo mans in Chrome will be really nice. I think I was just more just seeing the plans that they have, at least what they told us, I think was the more just the mind blowing thing for me from a surprise standpoint. I'll be honestly, and I'm not saying this just as a wrestling fan, the wrestling stuff surprised me. The wrestling stuff really surprised me. Like I'd have been happy just seeing what was coming, but the fact that they're taking two approaches. Yeah, they announced a ton of it. They leaned heavy into wrestling, like wrestling themed. Obviously, we had Tiffany Stratton there. The MC for the whole thing was Lillian Garcia, who's a ring announcer for WWE. She's there part time. I think she's just doing Saturday night's main event now. So she was there. Like all the speakers came out through what looked like a wrestling entranceway, and they had like smoke and everything. Like it felt they were leaning into wrestling a lot. And then for them to announce a lot of the stuff, like the gear that they're buying, like I said earlier, and then they're wanting the goal. What they're saying with wrestling is that they are trying to link. They're trying to link the cards as much as they can to the live event experience. So that's why you're seeing like they're going into Tops Now as hard as they are, where you're almost getting it the morning after each TV with them releasing Tops Now. And then obviously the gear relics and stuff like that. They're going to have turnbuckles, tables, ladders. They said they're sourcing stuff from the WWE warehouse for relics. Like they went next level. Some of the stuff that they're getting Undertaker ring worn stuff, Cody ring worn stuff, Orton ring worn stuff. Trish Stratus is parting with her pink cowboy hat, which she wore on her debut with WWE in 1999. They're procuring that for relics. Like they are getting some very consequential relic pieces. For cards. So they went very deep into it. And it puts us in a great spot for it. Like I'm very, very, very excited for it. So the only thing I said earlier, the only thing that they didn't put on the screen that they announced is they're going to do a full Cactus Jack hobby release. for WWE. They did the one for WrestleMania, and they're going to do it as a full hobby release. So we'll have another 5 releases this year for wrestling. So, and then basketball, I'm excited to see what they do with basketball, especially when they get the license coming up here in the fall. They're going right back, like they're going to Chrome, Finest, like their auto checklist for the people that they have got to sign for basketball is fantastic. It's going to be a loaded auto checklist. So basketball excites me. Football, I like football, so I think football is going to be great. They really hit a home run in terms of what they announced for the entertainment autos, whether it's Disney or Marvel. I know they're doing a Stranger Things, a Dune release. So they are very much leaning into the entertainment and what they classify, I don't want to say non-sports, but everything that's not baseball, football, or basketball. They're leaning into it a lot to really start building out those collector bases and to bring in new collectors and to bring back lapsed collectors that may not have collected. So it was a lot of information from the business end for me, a lot of stuff that I can do to get better with things. I am going to look at some upgrades to, don't know. Next for Panini, I think, is like high-end stuff, Doug. I got it right here, actually. So Contenders is out May 21st for football. And then Select H2 on May 23rd. Those are the 2 I wrote down because I was thinking about getting either one of them or both of them. And then Tops, we got Bowman, obviously. Stuff, we got Resurgence Football next week. And then UEFA Club Competition Soccer on the 15th. I got a case of that coming, and we're going to do some stuff with that because they're getting the Premier League license. So they're going to be leaning into soccer as well. So a lot coming on the horizon, a lot of good coming, a lot of good conversations, a lot of things that I can do to focus and work on getting better. So a lot to run with. It was a lot of information. No, the deals they have are exclusivity, which means Panini can continue to do it, but it would be unlicensed. So the only way that changes, Doug, is if there is an adverse outcome, because most people don't realize that there is still an ongoing litigation with between Panini and Fanatics over Monopoly. And so far, the 2 court cases that have been tied to it, which was the lawsuits against with Panini and the NFLPA and the NFL and WWE last year, Panini won both. So so everything we get is because of status quo right now. Obviously, as we say in the wrestling business, cards subject to change. I have some thoughts about it. Yeah, there were some ideas that I picked up in terms of presentation for what you guys see that I would like, but I got to see if, yeah, Doug, and that's the big issue that's leaning into the antitrust suit. Emart, there's some things I saw in terms of presentation that I would like to implement. I just don't know how feasible it's going to be. That's going to require some talking with Coy and Eddie from a back end process, because I could decide to change things a little bit in terms of what you guys see here on which you guys see here on District. But I also got to balance that because my feed goes out to YouTube. So I've said it before. I want to treat this like it's television in some ways. Like I would love to have, ad sponsors in my mug. Yeah, I don't want to stray from it too hard, Emart, but I would like to make some changes. After seeing some things, I was already looking at making some changes to my audio. Um, I like my Elgato that I use, but I'm having some functionality issues with it, so I may have to pivot off of that. But obviously, a lot of what they said for that stuff was geared towards Fanatics Live and their proprietary stuff. Obviously, we're not on Fanatics Live, so some of that I can't do. But I would like to see if some of those ideas are applicable. I had to kind of put Ben in check a little bit because Ben was asking me, can we do this? Can we do this? And I said, in theory, yes, but there's some issues we need to overcome first. So I don't think it's going to be anything you're going to see in the short run, but I have some ideas in the long run. There are a couple things I'd like to do. There are some things I'd like to do. One of the things I and Ben talked about this earlier, but one of the things I really want to look into is as I was going through my stack boxes over the past few weeks and reorganizing them, I noticed that there was a lot of I see a lot of lapsed people in my breaks. Like people that were with me either last year or in some cases even the year before in 23 that aren't with us now. So there was something on retention. So I am going to work on that. There are some things that Fanatics wants to see because we either Ben or I are going to get mystery shopped. But there are some things in that nature that I would like to look into, and it's something that that's something that I was already looking into from Jump Street about trying to bring back people that were with me before, and it worked a little bit. I started going through my stack boxes and sending out messages to people that I have long-term stacks. When by long-term, I'm talking more than like 8 months that I've been holding stuff for them, and sending out messages, letting them know they have a stack with me, and wanting to try to see what I can do to bring those people back. Because I think that's equally as important. If there was something that they didn't like or something went wrong or whatever, if it's something I can do to be better, I'd like to know it. I'd like the feedback. So I started that process and I got a few responses, not many. So I have to kind of figure that out. I would like to also work on ways from an advertising standpoint to try to broaden the reach outside of just social media. There were some ideas that were floated out that I'm gonna explore over time. So there are facets in terms of before the break, during the break, and after the break that I would like to eventually look into. And I think along with that, even like I said a minute ago, I would love to have advertisements, like paid advertisers for stuff hobby related or hobby adjacent related stuff that that I think would be great, even if it's something is trying to advertise upcoming products. If we get dates far enough in advance, I think there are things that I could do to be better across the board. And I would love to. I can't get anyone to tweet me back. I tried reaching out to like Ghost and some of those some of those companies that cater directly to streamers, and I can't get a response. I can't get a response at all. Nothing. I've tried. I would love to do something like that. Because I look at this like it's television. Sure, Mike. Let me know. Just send me a message and let me know. I don't have an issue with that. Would absolutely. I'm open to it. Yeah, I mean, as long as you make it work, you know, I'm open to it. So I would like, yeah, that's something we'd have to talk about if it is because it's not legal everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. We can cross that bridge when we get there and see. I mean, it's always worth looking into. Yeah, I mean, it's worth looking into. It's always worth. It's always yeah, it's always worth having the conversation at worst. So I'm always open to having the conversation. But things that I think could be better across the board. Um, yeah. So I know that was a very long-winded answer, Emart. So yeah, multifaceted, I guess is the best way I could put it. Multifaceted. I'll throw this to you guys. There was some. Let me get your guys' feedback. We got 27 here. I'll get direct feedback from you guys because I know some people don't look at Discord as much. There was an idea. Let me grab my Tops notebook because I did write in it. There was something that was pitched out as an idea because obviously not everyone sees tweets on Twitter anymore because of social media. There was something that somebody pitched as an idea to let people know when like breaks are posting of like doing like a SMS text community. So basically like push text messages. That would be something that would basically, say, hey, like, posting so-and-so breaks today over in with the website and all that, like using something outside of social media as a direct means of communication. And the only reason why I was thinking about it was because let's say Twitter ceased to exist. I'm working on building my Instagram. I'm working with Instagram and Facebook accordingly. Yeah. I think using it for releases. I think using it for releases, for new release products would be a great idea. Yeah, there's an option. The company they recommended does have an option, but here's the only thing, Doug, is basically to try to gain the data, I would need to gain both. So I can do both or either or. But I'm looking at other direct means of communication other than social media. I think that could be a big thing. So that's something as an example. Yeah, well, basically what it is like for the text one, the example that was given out is there's somebody else that uses that concept, and they basically have a number and it says text join to and has a phone number to allow you to opt into it. And then they also have a newsletter that they send out that, they capture emails off of that. So that's something as simple as, I set up a Google Forms and say, put your information in here. Do you want either or both? And to be able to capture that information to be able to decide how you want to go with that. So there's multiple options for that. And it's something like, the example, and I think this is a good one, is like if you decide to go the text message route, it'll be between 9 and 5, like business hours only. Like I'm not going to text you at 2 a.m. Yeah. Here's the thing with that, Emart, is Ben's going to do it all at once. So we know he'll start at noon. It's honestly, it's not. I mean, it's really not. Like with enough communication, I mean, in theory, it could be done. But we know Ben's going to do 12-hour days. So if he starts at noon, he's going to go to midnight. So that basically nixes release day itself. And then Thursday, he'll start Thursday morning and go till whenever, whenever he gets closed up. So, that's a conversation. That's, I'm not sure on that. Yeah, no, I was thinking about it too. And the other thing too that we have to look in, the other thing to consider, Emart, is Ben has to send me everything. I didn't get tribute until the day after. So that's the other thing too, is sometimes he doesn't get the product until it's too late for him to get it to me on time. So sometimes I'll get lucky and get it on release day, but it's probably 70-30 that I don't. And I can tell you the cost to overnight ship is ridiculous. Like I was already having the conversation with him about meeting him next week, depending on when Bowman gets delivered, and just like driving to go get my Bowman again this year, because I think the shipping is going to be ridiculous. I think it'll be cheaper for me to drive than it will be to have it all shipped to me for what I'm getting this year. So, no, so we were kicking around ideas like that. So there's a lot of there's multiple factors that neither him or I can control that that have to be taken into that. On its face, at surface level, I like the idea, but just, sometimes it's just flat not possible. Like this week is a great example. I would love to have Chrome Black tonight, but he didn't get it until Monday. We didn't get back till Tuesday night, which means the earliest he could have shipped it was this morning, which he did. And, for me, even though we're 5.5 hours apart, it takes 2 days to get to me. And it could have been, UPS, it probably would have been, if world's best scenario to do tomorrow night, it probably would have cost me 3 to 4x what I paid in shipping. So, there's just things we can't control. So, all right, we got 4 spots left in Chrome. Who's closing it? If we do that, we can just call it a night. Baseball's not moving tonight. The Bowman's best and finest. So we'll leave them up there, and we'll leave them up, and we can do them on Friday, along with Chrome Black. So I got 4 spots left for the Chrome Breaker's Delight serial number. So Emart, yeah, I'm all for it. Like, if you have more ideas or things you think will work, things that you think, just DM them to me. DM them to me or put them in mission control. I'm all for hearing it. But yeah, so I took a lot on all ends, beginning, before break, during break, and after break. A lot that I took. Like, you can see, like, I literally wrote, you guys can see here, literally just wrote notes upon notes of things to work on. Like, one of the things I did that they said that they talked about that I did is I already have all my streams posted for the month. So that way my schedule is up for everybody to see. So thank you, Shane. I appreciate it. Only good thing my father ever gave me. Good penmanship. The only good thing he ever gave me. All right, closing this out. I'll throw baseball up there if anybody wants it. I'll throw Bowman's best back up there. Let me hit the notification on this. All right. grab a spot list here. All right. Now it's the closer. It's the closer. Closer. All right. All right. Give me 1 minute. Let me get this all set up here. Where are you at, Emart? KOP? Oh, King of Prussia. Duh. So you're in Philly. Were you there for business? All right, let's do some randomizing here so we know what everybody has here. I'm going to do names and the numbers. Yeah. Look at this. You're going to get yourself one of those new barrel bats, the torpedo bats. All right, here we go. Here's the names. 10 times. Right. Let's do the numbers. What's up, BP? Four times. All right, so here's the numbers you guys have. Joe with 8, Wayne 9, Kevin Benson 0, Joe 2 and 3, Wayne 5, Mr. Bag 1, Garrett 4, Joe 7, and Wayne 6. So there's your breakdown. All right. All righty, here we go. Let's see what we can do with this. And then I posted 3 personals of this. If anybody wants to do a personal for themselves. I think it's the first time that I've posted personals of Chrome WWE. I mean, we could do another one. If someone wants to do another one, we can do another one. I don't have an issue with it. Right. So gold and silver base. So gold auto. Bret Hart to 125. 26 of 125. All right, these are lettered. So we go the last letter, and that is M. Hold on. So M is 13. This is going to go to spot 3, Joe McGee. Classy Freddie Blassie to 75. Bookend it. 75 of 75. B is in boy. Spot 2, Joe McGee. Joaquin Wild Refractor. 128. Spot 8, Joe McGee. Shotzi Refractor. Jade Cargill. Prism for spot 5, Wayne Conley. Johnny Gargano to 75. 48 of 75. And that is nice. Card number 69, spot 9, Wayne Conley. Carmen Petrovich to 99. 50 and 99. Card number 110, spot 0, Kevin Benson. There can be buybacks in this, guys. I will say that much. There can be buybacks. Rock. Spot 0, Kevin Benson again. With the geometric. Nice. Tatum Paxley to 75. 475. Card 105. Spot 5. Wayne Conley. And then we got a purple to 10 coming up here. And this is Valhalla. Purple to 10. 9 of 10. Card number 179. Spot 9. Wayne Conley. Auto time. Our upfront auto is going to be Ivy Nile. Geometric auto. Y is the last letter. Y is number 25. Spot 5, Wayne Conley. What's up, Jeremy Spencer? Hey, Griffin. And our auto is an NXT Gold Auto to 50. Ava. Geometric Gold Auto to 50. 40 of 50. And that is A. Spot 1, Mr. Bag. Mr. Bag. So, recap. Valhalla to 10. Paxley to 75. Rock Geometric. Shotzi Refractor. Carmen to 99. Jade Geometric. Gargano to 75. Joaquin Wild Refractor. Blassie to 75. Brett to 125. Ava to 50. Ivy Nile Geometric. To round out the break. You guys want to run that back? You guys want to try again? Or does anybody have anybody have the chutzpah to do a personal? Let me grab this, so I can use this. All right, give me a sec here. It's nice to know that people live so close together. I was thinking about the weekend of Fanatics Fest, maybe going down to Philly for a game on Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to, though. Being truthfully honest. Let's see here. Oh, that sounds nice, Joe. All right. You guys want to do anything else tonight? We can do something else. If not, we can call it a night. I'm up for doing more if you guys want to do more. It's been a few days since we've been together. I know Ben did a lot today. Put a lot of good stuff, though. Not going to lie. He did really well. He did well today. So we can run back if we got 10, if people want to, if we can fill another 10 with another breakers, we can run back another breakers if you guys want to. What do you say? Just tell me what you want to do. And I will do it. Let me grab this real quick. Wrong one. I'm up for whatever you guys want to do. Motivated. I am motivated today. Oh, for obvious reason. For obvious reasons. Let's see here. There we go. Get these brake tags sent to the printer. All right. So no response, guys. I'm just going to call it a night then. So I know it was a lot today with Ben. So we're back Friday night in the normal time slot, 87 Central. Chrome Black, and Heritage, the two mixers that we tried for tonight. All of it can go tonight or on Friday night. And then we will pick up there, and then all roads to Bowman. Grab your Bowman spots as we'll start that journey a week from Friday, guys. So it's good to be back. Good to talk about what went on in Atlanta. A lot of good stuff, and we'll pick up where we left off on Friday night, guys. So I appreciate it. Thanks so much for hanging out tonight. I'll see you guys on Friday, round and third and heading for home. Night, y'all.